Okay, people, let's talk about this resource curse theory. Years ago, I used to hear about this theory, maybe 10 plus years ago, and it mainly pertained to African countries and the resources that African countries have. And it's basically resource curse theory. It's a paradoxical theory that says that a country that's rich in resources is hindered from economic growth. And economists have been pushing this silly theory for a long time now. And it really is nonsense. So they usually give 3 reasons for why, these African countries, it's a resource curse and they're suffering because they have too many resources. The first reason is because they say it appreciates the currency. So it appreciates the currency and it makes the goods from other industries more expensive for export, meaning other countries may not want to buy the goods anymore because the currency has appreciated, which means those goods are more expensive, which means they may buy somewhere else, which is nonsense because that's not a resource problem. That's a problem with monetary policy. That's a problem with economic management. So the second reason that they give, they say it breeds corruption. These resources, somehow they just breeds corruption. It's like, that's just... It's so ridiculous. Corruption exists throughout a system, and many systems, including Western systems of government, right? Corruption is a criminal problem. It's a problem with people not following the laws of the land. That's the problem. It has nothing to do with resources. And the third reason is they're saying that it somehow brings upon conflict. Out of nowhere, you have resources and all of a sudden conflict comes. This is insidious. And this is why. Because what they've done is they found some way to kind of absolve themselves from coming in and doing assassinations and coups and bribing officials so that they can come in and plunder the resources of the country. So instead of, and try to get themselves away from that, they say, it's just resources, just all of a sudden, just corruption just comes from nowhere. We don't know where it comes from. So, it's very insidious. So does a wealthy person who gets robbed, do they have a resource problem? Do they have a jewelry problem? Do they have a problem with having too many valuable goods in their house? Of course not. It's a problem with criminality. It's a security problem, right? So African countries don't have resource curse. When you look around at the UAE and Saudi Arabia and Qatar and these other countries that have an abundance of oil, it doesn't seem to affect them. They don't seem to have a resource curse. So it's all nonsense. What these African countries have is they have a problem with criminality, right? They have a corruption problem. They have a security problem. They have a defense problem. These are the problems that they have, and it is not a resource problem. It is total nonsense. The Creator has blessed these countries with resources. And to call it a curse, to me, is blasphemy. You're taking something that's a blessing that should be enriching the country, and you're calling it a curse because you can't deal with the criminality problem. They try to exonerate themselves, again, people, from all of the theft that they're doing. Don't let them get away with it. Don't repeat this resource curse nonsense. And if anybody brings it up, just really explain to them why this doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm out.